Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time of day in this illustrious day of May that you may happen to be watching today's vlog. Here's your movie quote for today. Are you ready for this? I gotta look to remember, make sure I get it verbatim, word for word. You ready? Alright, here it is. Today's quote. And I hope you all take part and try and guess this one, because this one's pretty easy. It was a story. Many movies have been made after it. Here you go. I knew who I was this morning, but I've changed a few times since then. What is it? What's it from? I want to see those guesses. Somebody is going to get that. By the way, Hef was the only one who guessed last time on the quote from Gone in 60 Seconds, and he got it. So another thing real quick, now that we got the quote out of the way, let's take a look at some things here. So you guys remember a few days ago, I asked you guys to write down your top 3 picks, your most wanted top 3 off your RC wish list. Well, thank you, Bill. BC Ultimate RC, BNC Ultimate RC. It's the only one who actually replied. Leftover grass from cleaning up a trailing run. He commented an X01, flash image here, a Summit, and a Mini E-Revo. Now the Mini E-Revo and the Summit are a lot alike, except the Mini's a 16 scale and the E-Revo is 10 scale. Very good choices, Bill. I too want to get my hands on an X01. Got a Summit, so let's start laying out the parts here. Definitely very handy instruction manual. Alrighty, so when it comes to these pivot arms, this actually takes the travel from your control arm and converts it into a lateral movement, and that's why you see the suspension. So you get the body of the truck here, and the suspension runs with the length of the truck. This is a long travel arm. I got to get bearings for all the way around and in it. And this one is for the right front, and this says P2. Part 2. P2. Now, there's actually 2 different kinds. You notice these are different sizes right here. One's a short travel and one's a long travel arm. I don't have a complete set for all the way around the truck for both, but I do have. I'll show you what I do have. Okay, so when it comes to these pivot arms, I actually only have 2 complete. Let's see, this would be the right front and the left front. So that's actually on that side, that's on that side. And for the short travel, right rear, left rear. So I guess I could run long travel in the front, short in the front, but short in the rear. But these here, I don't have the matching sides for those. But that's pivot arms. This is the chassis, obviously. I'm going to tuck it aside before I really get too big of a pile here and keep it so you guys can be able to see. The only thing wrong with this chassis is it's broken right here, and I might try and do some kind of fix there. I didn't see that till the other day. I don't even know if the guy who gave this one to me seen that. But yeah, it's right where the servo mounts. This is a plastic skid plate. Now I do have 2 bulkheads, but the unfortunate thing is one is a front and the other is a front, and I need it the other way around. You see how this here, you look at the front end, you see this, and then the angle piece here, so you know it's a front. If it's a straight down, it's the rear, and I'm sure there's other differences on it too, but I only have one bulkhead. I have 2 bulkheads, but only one of them that actually, you know where I'm getting at with that. Yes, the brain and the muscle behind it. It won't have these motors. It's going to be running the larger can with the EVX2 speed controller. Now, as far as I understand, I do have the complete gear set for the. I just don't have the gearbox to put the gear sets in. Probably, I'm just imagining missing the bearings. It's all going to need to. Like, you can see how these things do add up after a while. And Hef donated these to me the other night when they had me over for an awesome dinner. By the way, thank you very much. That was such an amazing meal. Can't wait for the next one. So yeah, these are gonna be very, very helpful, very useful, and they're gonna dress it up a little bit. I like. And have to focus. And Hef donated these to me the other night when they had me over for an awesome dinner. By the way, thank you very much. That was such an amazing meal. Can't wait for the next one. So yeah, these are gonna be very, very helpful, very useful, and they're gonna dress it up a little bit. I like. Also, dang it. Also gave me a couple extra drive axles. Remember I was saying about one end could be bad, but the other end could be good and usable still. Well, that's the case with both of these. Always good to have spares. Linkages, tie rods, links, whatever you want to call them. Got a bunch of these. I got to put a bunch of the plot things in. Almost a full set of these. Almost. Now these here are called, from what I gather, plot balls, and then you've got your hinge pins. But these plot balls actually hold, they're a part of holding the control arm to the bearing carrier, and I'll show you what that's about in a minute. But yes, I've got a full set of those. Thank you, Dale. Bearing carriers. Now here are the diff components that I do have. I only have one. Yeah, like I'm missing quite a bit of what I actually need, but I've got a good start. But it's just killing me waiting to get all of it. I think this is a body mount, shock drive. I have to look it up and identify it. So I'm not going to say what I think it is. It's just another needed part. Now these here are called, from what I gather, plot balls. And then you've got your hinge pins. But these plot balls actually hold, they're a part of holding the control arm to the bearing carrier. And I'll show you what that's about in a minute. But yes, I've got a full set of those. Thank you, Dale. Bearing carriers. Now here are the diff components that I do have. I only have one. Yeah, like I'm missing quite a bit of what I actually need, but I've got a good start. But it's just killing me waiting to get all of it. I think this is a body mount, shock drive. I have to look it up and identify it. So I'm not going to say what I think it is. It's just another needed part. So these are the front control arms attached to the bulkhead. No diff inside it or anything. Whoops. And I'm just holding it together by pressure. I do have the plate for the front end to be able to hold all those pins in place. So yeah, getting antsy. I really want to see this thing together. I want to see it functioning. Like, look at that travel on these things. Ready? My thumb and finger are actually in the way. But yeah, this is gonna be so much fun out on the trail. You've seen Half Summit. You know, that's my motivation. That thing's so much fun. Next piece is motor mount. These have to do with this is the steering right here. And I have used one of those as well. It's always good to have backup. This is also to do with the steering, I believe. Yeah. Steering stops. Something like that. For suspension, I have the springs, but I do not have the struts yet, and I really, that's something else I need before I can start putting things together. Another differential housing. Flat balls for the rear control arms when they go together. And the rest are all the just little odds and ends here and there. Like, I have a spur gear. I don't have a pinion. And thanks to Bill at B&C Ultimate RC, I have my 2 steering servos, because this requires 2. I also have 2 micro servos. I don't know if they're going to be strong enough, but they're from a park flyer of some kind. They came with the 6-channel Blade SR. Oh, that's right, they're from a helicopter, so they should do. But yeah, they're here in front of you. This is pretty much everything I have for the Summit, and it's just a big pile of parts. I don't even have the screw kit from Junsi yet, and it's driving me bonkers. I really want it. And might as well show you guys this. This was the handwritten letter from Bill. It says, "Hey, hope this does the job. I did the best I could. I didn't have the shocks and transmitter / receiver I was sending. It is not working properly." Understandable. But anyways, as requested, here's the ESC motor combo you need, bro. This should get you on your way to a great build. Let me know what wheels and tires you need. 17mm, I have 4 sets of Proline trenchers and others. Trenchers are always great. I love trenchers. I'm into trying something new too, though. I don't think I'm just dedicated to just trenchers. So if you have something that you think would work better, I'm going to try with those X-Max tires too. But they're pretty damn close to Ashers. Thank you very much, Bill. This stays. It's going to be going up on the wall. Anything my fans ever will send me, or my viewers, my subscribers, will be kept and will be going up on the wall. As a matter of fact, I have a fan art project that I'd like to start. If you guys are interested in the fan art project, say something in the comments below, and I'll explain more about that in another vlog. And then again, on second thought, why wait? This is just a shelf I put up for hanging the spare Traxxas bodies from. Giant YouTube creator play button. I think I made that back when I hit 100 subscribers. And if you think I got creative for 100, we're slowly approaching 200. So help me hit 200 and we'll get something else bigger up here. Right here, Bill. Your letter. Thank you very much, man. The good luck, yeah, it's going to be needed. But any other of my YouTube fans happen to reach out to me in one way or another and send me some art or something, even so much as the card for your channel, you all know this guy. He's overdue for a visit. Yeah, any kind of art, any fan art, whatever, you know, so long as it represents you and somehow to do with YouTube or the channel or something, then it'll go up and help me fill up this whole entire space. Eventually we'll get this all full. Look at that, we even got little spaces over here. So it's just little stuff. And yeah, we can get that happening. And right here you're looking at what I decided to do with the rest of the day. It was a rainy day out, so we pretty much just sat around and watched more YouTube, some Android box, and the whole time I was tinkering away with us. Now, no, it doesn't take a whole day to tear down a rear-wheel drive, two-wheel drive Traxxas slash gearbox and put it back together. But I took my time about it. I cleaned everything up. I mean, down to the individual parts and pieces. And it was pretty gross inside. Here, I'll show you guys a picture. Ready? Yeah, it was pretty bad. There was a lot of the used grease buildup, but I mean, in the actual transmission part with the idler gear and everything, there was some serious grit. So it got cleaned up. The differential, new fluid, didn't seal it up. I looked up ways. I'm going to seal it next time, and I'll do a walkthrough when I do that with you guys. This can really does need to be cleaned up still. That's going to be a tomorrow to-do list before I take it out and run it if it's nice out. That's the Traxxas 3000 kilovolt. It's a good little motor. Good little motor. See if we get that nice close up. Yeah, she's pretty dirty. It still runs good, runs strong. You don't really hear any grit. And hang on. Bad example. Okay. Try it again. Okay, so mostly grit free. Mainly getting in to the bearing because sometimes I forget to seal that up when we go out mudding. Oops. But I mean, still, mud even gets inside the RPM gear cover and gets in there too. So what are you supposed to do, really? Just drive. Just enjoy it. Another thing I wanted to discuss with you guys, just kind of a quick explaining. I don't want to just drone on about it, but just hear me out. The Patreon account. I've had that Patreon account up for a while, and it's gotten zero activity. Absolutely nothing. And it can be a little discouraging because there's a lot of things that I will be able to accomplish if we can get some action happening on the Patreon account. If you're unfamiliar with how it works, people pledge a certain amount, even if just $1 pledge, and that will go towards reaching a goal. And when you reach that goal, Patreon lets you access those funds and be able that's where it unlocks potential for us. And I mean some serious potential. Potential to travel and go explore places, meet some of my awesome subscribers, be able to again travel to other places and do collaborations with other YouTube creators. I mean, there's some guys out there that I would love to just, even here in Canada alone, be able to go do a meetup with them and make a couple of days worth of RC exploration in new areas that we haven't explored yet, haven't taken the trucks down those new trails with new people or other experienced RC addicts out there. So you can see there's just in that a beginning for some serious potential to really step up these adventures on the channel. Another big thing, potential that unlocks, is the ability to help people get further into the RC hobby, or perhaps even step into the RC hobby if they're interested. They're not sure, they're kind of, uneasy about wanting to spend a chunk of change at once. But I mean, if all you got to do is subscribe to somebody's channel and get into that chance to have like a 1 in 200, 1 in 500 chance of winning a full, ready to race RC car. I'd like to be able to do that for people, but as I've stated before, I am on a pretty limited income as it is. Making ends meet on a regular basis is sometimes just hard enough around here, but I want to be able to push the envelope further of the things we can do, and through crowdfunding, I believe we can accomplish that goal. I've seen crowdfunding do some amazing things, and I really do think it can help us out here. So, honestly, let's see what we can make happen and really get these RC adventures up and flying. But enough about that. Don't want to waste too much of your time talking about crowdfunding. Let's talk about more adventures. We have now taken 2 different routes around Dalewood, not making it completely, not even meeting up to those points around there. So we have a serious challenge ahead of us. Damn it. It rained all day today. Maybe we'll get out tomorrow. I'll have this thing back together, ready to go. Project Red, by the way, that's what I'm pointing at. And maybe we'll see if we can't push the limits on going just a bit further. And if we do, we might only fill in the mud holes, we might only fill on the... I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I change the way the videos are done? Or do you like them the way they are? Leave me some feedback. You made it this far in the video, your feedback will be heard. Trust me, it will. Anyhow, enough today. I gotta get to some editing. You guys know the drill. It's a late night. So, thank you so much for your guys' support. Even just you guys coming to the channel and watching means millions to me. I don't know if I would be as enthusiastic about filming so much if I didn't have you awesome subscribers watching these videos every day. You guys rock. Stay positive, think positive, keep a smile on your face, and we'll see you right here tomorrow. Good night. Vlog over.